In this tutorial, we will be making a beautiful snowflake. To begin, make a chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And join the chain in the round with a slip stitch. In the first round, we will be making 5 treble crochet popcorn stitches with picots. To begin the first round and replace a treble stitch, make 4 chain stitches. In the round, work 3 treble stitches, and on top of each treble, make a 3 chain picot. So, treble crochet in the round, yarn over the hook 2 times to make a treble stitch. And make a 3 chain picot, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a slip stitch and 2 top loops of treble. Repeat 2 more times, treble crochet in the round, and make a picot on top, 1, 2, 3 chain stitches and a slip stitch and 2 top loops of treble. Treble crochet and work a picot, 1, 2, 3, and a slip stitch and 2 top loops of treble. Now work the last treble in the round. On top of this treble, we won't make a picot. To complete the popcorn stitch, turn the work to the back, insert the hook in top chain stitch, the 4th chain stitch from the beginning of this first round, and make a slip stitch through. The first popcorn with picots is ready. Continue. Chain 5 for the chain space, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And work the same popcorn stitch in the round. Treble crochet, yarn over the hook 2 times, and work the stitch in the round. Then treble crochet and make a picot on top. For picot, chain 3 and a slip stitch and 2 top loops of treble. Make 2 more treble crochet stitches in the round with picots. Treble crochet, now chain 3 and a slip stitch and 2 top loops. Now work the last treble in the round. To complete the popcorn stitch, turn the work to the back, insert the hook in first treble, and work a slip stitch through. The second popcorn is ready. I'm making popcorns pretty fast. For those who want to practice this stitch, can watch our Crochet Basics tutorials where we show you some different ways to make a popcorn. To continue, chain 5 for the chain space and again work the same popcorn stitch. By the end of this round, we will have 6 popcorns, so you would need to continue and make 4 more. I made 5 popcorns, chained 5, and now let's make the last popcorn stitch together and complete this first round. Treble crochet in the round, yarn over the hook 2 times for a treble. Then treble crochet with picot, work a treble, and for picot chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and make a slip stitch and 2 top loops of treble. Repeat treble with picot 2 more times, treble crochet and make a picot. Again, treble crochet, and make a 3 chain picot on top. Now work the last treble in the round. To complete the popcorn stitch, turn the work to the back, insert the hook through the first treble, and work a slip stitch through. Continue chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to finish the round, the first round, make a slip stitch through the 4th chain stitch on this round. Here is the 4th chain stitch, insert the hook and make a slip stitch through. Here we've made a center for our snowflake. There are 6 popcorns with picots in the first round. Let's go ahead. Next is round 2. Make 1 chain stitch up. Single crochet through the first popcorn, insert the hook inside of the first popcorn, single crochet under the chain stitch that we made to complete the popcorn. Now continue into the following chain space of 5. Make 4 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then work a 3 chain picot, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a slip stitch and 2 loops of single crochet. Then single crochet 3 more into the same chain space, 2 and 3. Again, single crochet through the next popcorn stitch. Insert the hook under the chain stitch that is behind the popcorn and work a single crochet through. Continue into the chain space again. Single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make a picot, chain 3 and a slip stitch and 2 loops of single crochet and single crochet 3 into the same chain space, 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet through the popcorn. And continue the same till the end of this round. I'm about to finish the second round. Let's continue together. Work into the last chain space. Single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make a 3 chain picot, chain 3 and a slip stitch and 2 loops of single crochet, and single crochet 3 times into the same chain space, 2 and 3. To finish this second round, make a slip stitch through the first single crochet in this round. Skip the chain stitch that we started the round with and work a slip stitch through the next single crochet stitch. Second round is ready. Let's begin the round 3. Make 1 chain stitch up. Then work a 5 chain picot. For this, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make a slip stitch through the first chain stitch on this round. Now single crochet through the next stitch. This is the first single crochet stitch made into the first chain space. And continue chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I will be making a 3 chain picot, then 5 chain picot, and again 3 chain picot. So for a 3 chain picot, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a slip stitch through the 4th chain stitch away from the hook. First picot is ready. Continue with a 5 chain picot, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a slip stitch through the same chain stitch that we worked a slip stitch on the first picot. For the last picot, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again work a slip stitch through the same chain stitch that we made 2 previous picots through. Here we've got a cute little element made of 3 picots. Let's continue. Make 4 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to make a 5 treble crochet popcorn with picots. Chain 4 to bring up the yarn. Then yarn over hook 2 times. 1 and 2. Treble crochet through the 5th chain stitch away from the hook. This treble will be without picot. Continue with 3 treble stitches, and on top of each treble make a picot. Treble crochet and make a 3 chain picot. Repeat 2 more times, treble crochet through the same stitch and make a 3 chain picot. And the last treble with picot, treble crochet, chain 3, and a slip stitch and 2 loops. Now treble crochet 1 more time through the same stitch. Now turn the work to the back, insert the hook through the first treble, not through the chain stitch, but through the first treble. And to complete the popcorn stitch, make a slip stitch through. Continue chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and work a slip stitch into the same chain stitch that we worked our popcorn through. Here is our popcorn with picots. Let's continue. Work a slip stitch through the next chain stitch. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And again, I will be making element made of 3 picots that we've already did. Make a 3 chain picot, chain 3, and a slip stitch through the 4th chain stitch away from the hook. For 5 chain picot, chain 5, and a slip stitch through the same chain stitch that we worked the first picot through. Then again, make a 3 chain picot, chain 3, and a slip stitch through the same chain stitch. Continue, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now single crochet through the last single crochet made into the first chain space of 5. Here is the single crochet stitch. This is the last single crochet worked into the first chain space. Insert the hook and work a single crochet through. Here we've completed the first element of our snowflake, or the first petal. Continue single crochet through the next stitch. Make a 5 chain picot, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a slip stitch and 2 loops of single crochet. Then single crochet through the next stitch, through the first single crochet made into the second chain space, and work the same petal or element that we've just made. By the end of this round, you should have 6 beautiful elements like this. You need to make 5 more. Here I have 5 elements or petals. Let's make the last one together and complete our snowflake. Here I have already made a single crochet stitch through the first single crochet made into the last chain space. And let's continue together. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a 3 chain picot, 1, 2, 3, and a slip stitch through the 4th chain stitch away from the hook. Then make a 5 chain picot, chain 5, and a slip stitch through the same chain stitch, and a 3 chain picot, chain 3, and a slip stitch through the same chain stitch. Continue chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to make a 5 treble crochet popcorn with picots. Chain 4 to bring up the yarn. Then yarn over hook 2 times and work a treble crochet through the 5th chain stitch away from the hook. This treble will be without a picot. Continue, make a treble with picot. Work the treble through the same stitch for picot, chain 3, and a slip stitch in 2 top loops. Treble crochet through the same stitch and make a picot on top. 1, 2, 3, and a slip stitch, and treble crochet through the same stitch with picot. That is the last treble crochet with picot. Now treble crochet through the same stitch. Do not make a picot on top of this treble. To complete the popcorn stitch, you need to turn the work to the back, insert the hook into the first treble, and make a slip stitch through. Continue chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And make a slip stitch through the same chain stitch that we've worked our popcorn through. Now work a slip stitch through the next chain stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now again work element of picots, make a 3 chain picot, chain 3 and a slip stitch through the first chain stitch away from the hook, then chain 5 and make a slip stitch through the same stitch, and chain 3 and a slip stitch through the same stitch. Continue chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now single crochet through the last single crochet made into the last chain space of 5. Here you need to be careful because sometimes while you are working the petal, the row can twist. So please, before you work the stitch through the last single crochet made into the chain space, make sure that your row of stitches is not twisted. Here I am making this last single crochet, and to finish the round, make a slip stitch through the first chain stitch on this round. Here is the stitch. The picot was made through this stitch. Our beautiful snowflake is ready. In the center we have 6 popcorns with picots, and the same popcorns we have on the end of each petal. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and share the video.